Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho.
Turned back and forth. Oh! He broke his ankles.
1-1 from Thompson. Batista with a drive. Deep left field. No doubt about it.
The New York Giants head into year 2 with Joe Judge, and it's a pivotal year. This team needs to get the ball rolling, and they need to see a lot more out of their quarterback, Daniel Jones, who a lot of people criticize for them reaching to get. But we're going to go ahead and break down the Giants season. Hopefully they can break through the NFC East and possibly make some noise this year. I am your boy, Brandon.
Hey, it's Rob. Let's get into it.
What's up, everybody? It's Mike. Let's do it, man.
Let's get it. And a lot of Giants fans do not like Dave Gettleman, and I really can't blame them. He has not made all the perfect moves, but he made some good moves this offseason. He got Kenny Galladay, got Adoree Jackson, got Kyle Rudolph, Zach Fulton's an all-right offensive guard. They got Devontae Booker, Saquon's back, Nate Solder's back, Lorenzo Carter's back, O'Shane Ximenez is back, Xavier McKinney back. So they're getting a lot of players back from injury, and they made some big offensive offseason moves, mainly Galladay and Adoree Jackson. So they had some big subtractions though. They lost Wayne Gallman, who's actually a really underrated back. He played really well for this Giants team last year. He's gone. They lost Golden Tate. I believe he went ahead and retired. They lost Kevin Zeitler, who was honestly the only good offensive guard on this team last year. Everybody else was in red and orange to show you how bad the offensive line really was. They lost Cameron Fleming, who was starting last year even though he was not good. They lost B.J. Hill, who they actually just traded this offseason, who actually played pretty well for this team and a pretty surprising move, but they do have a lot of depth at the defensive line position. Lost Isaac Yodom as well. They drafted Kadarius Toney in the first round, and they got my boy Azeez Ojulari in the second round. I haven't heard too much buzz about Azeez during preseason camp, but we saw who the play he was at Georgia. He can make a lot of plays off that edge position, a big edge rusher. We'll see what he's about.
Yeah, no, he was a beast at Georgia. But this season for the Giants, Daniel Jones, make or break season has arrived. Is huge for Daniel Jones. Last year, obviously, played with that terrible offensive line. He didn't really get much production or help from the running back position after Saquon went down. But this year, Saquon's back. The receiving core is juiced up. They went out, got Kenny Galladay. They went out, got Kadarius Toney to fortify that group. And he's got the weapons now. He's got an improved O-line, at least on paper, so you think he'd be able to do something with that. And it's really going to come down to how he's able to play, especially in the second year under Joe Judge's system. Last year was kind of just a transition year. Let's see how it goes. This year, they're going to see if they have their franchise quarterback or if they really need to make some moves. Because on the defensive side of the ball, they got some guys already. They got James Bradbury. They got Dexter Lawrence. They got Leonard Williams. They got Blake Martinez. These are all studs on the defensive side of the ball. So they really got some guys that can play, but they're going to need a quarterback that can really lead them to the promised land, lead them to the division lead. And with a guy like Joe Judge, I think he's a good head coach, and it's really going to be about how he's able to get the most out of the quarterback position this season.
Yeah, this team's going to be a complete shit show. I mean, it all starts with Daniel Jones. He's just a bust. Don't know why they even drafted him. He hasn't shown anything. He makes like 1, maybe 2 good plays a game, and then it's like, oh, wow. The guy fucking ran an 80-yard touchdown against Philly and tripped over his own feet, for God's sake.
That was tough.
And look, they didn't really do much on the offensive line to help him. It might look a little good on paper, but it really isn't that much. So he's still going to have problems with having time to throw the ball. Oh, man, they're going to be a complete shit show. There's been all this stuff happening to them in the preseason, the brawls and all this other shit.
This is coming from an Eagles fan.
Come on, guys. Daniel Jones, their franchise quarterback, was at the bottom of a brawl. And then what did the coach say? He said, all right, guys, y'all going to run laps now. Like, we're not in fucking college, man. We're not in high school. Like, what is this bullshit? These are grown men playing football.
He's just trying to build some
He's making them, I'm not with it. I'm not on the Joe Judge train. He's still tripping about not making the playoffs last year after winning 6 games. I mean, come on, man. The guy complains all the time. Daniel Jones is not it. I don't care who you put around him. We're going with the under. 7 games. 7. They actually put it at 7. I couldn't believe they should be at 4, 4.5 max. We're hammering the under, man. Fuck the G, man. Fuck New York. Do something about it.
Oh, fuck. That's hilarious. Yo, this man, Joe Judge, I've never seen so many players just walk up and retire in the preseason like I have seen in New York.
Crazy, right?
Yeah,
It's weird, man. It's weird.
You heard all these good things about Joe Judge coming into last year, and to see things kind of not even really falling apart, but to see there's some question marks going on in that locker room and going along with his philosophies, it's really interesting. And he really needs Daniel Jones to step up this year. It could not only save his job in a year or two from now, but it could also save Daniel Jones from being a complete bust.
Yeah, big year for Daniel Jones in New York right now. Big year for some guys in the other team in New York, and that's who we got next. We got the Jets on deck.